When I was scaling up 1-800-GOT-JUNK, my second in command, I was rolling out this idea to her one day and she started asking me all these questions. I'm like, why are you debating me about this? She goes, Cameron, I need to ask you a bunch of questions so I don't need to bug you again. And I'm like, oh, I thought you were just arguing with me. But she's a high fact finder. So her first number of the 4 was very high. For her to start or initiate a project, she would ask a lot of questions. The Kolbe A profile is something that you and your CEO both want to complete for sure. And then once you get a handle on it, you can even get each of your direct reports to fill it out. Costs about 45 bucks to do it. I also love going into ChatGPT and saying, I'm the COO, here's my Kolbe A profile. This is my CEO's Kolbe A profile. This is the kind of company we run. Tell me how to work better together. It's incredible the power of it matching those 2 profiles just over ChatGPT on the insights you'll get as to how to communicate with each other, collaborate together. It's almost like the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. You know, men are not hairy versions of women. We see the world differently, we perceive things differently, we communicate differently. And if we can understand that, then we can actually build a higher functioning relationship, both, at home and in the office together. It's the same with the CEO and the COO. COOs are not lesser versions of executives than the CEO. We see and perceive things differently, right? When I was scaling up 1-800-GOT-JUNK, my second in command, VP Ops, her name was Tressa, I was rolling out this idea to her one day and she started asking me all these questions. I'm like, why are you debating me about this? And she goes, I'm not, I'm just trying to understand it. I'm like, yeah, but you keep asking me all these questions like you don't like it. She goes, Cameron, you've been thinking about this idea for the last 6 days to 6 weeks. I've had 6 minutes to understand it. I need to ask you a bunch of questions so I don't need to bug you again. I'm like, oh, I thought you were just arguing with me. No. She goes, I think this is one of the best ideas you've had recently. But I thought that but she's a high fact finder, right? So her first number of the 4 was very high. She was like a 9 fact finder, meaning for her to start or initiate a project, she would ask a lot of questions. If she had a high second number, it meant for her to start or initiate a project, she had to put a system or a playbook in place. If you have a high third number, you just start and you plan later, right? It's winging it, shooting from the hip, making it like most entrepreneurs have a very high third number. And we drive the COO crazy because the COOs want to ask a bunch of questions. And then what you do is you come back to us with all the answers and these big long briefs, and all we want is the one sentence. We go, yeah, I don't care. You're like, if I just spent all day pulling this together, we're like, my brain's too full, right? So the Kolbe is a very, very powerful tool to gain insights to working together.